Starting a fantasy football league on Sleeper? Before you send the invite link, 5 settings can create arguments before week 1. Your format, waivers, draft controls, trade rules, and playoffs. Sleeper gives commissioners a huge amount of flexibility, which is great, until nobody agrees on what the settings were supposed to mean. Here are the 10 fixes I would lock before draft day, including several options most new commissioners miss. Tip 1. Choose the commitment level before recruiting managers. Sleeper supports redraft, keeper, and dynasty, plus auction and best ball formats. Redraft resets rosters each season. Keeper carries selected players. Dynasty keeps the full roster and adds long-term team building, rookie drafts, and taxi squads. Do not call a league casual and then quietly add dynasty obligations. Put the format, season commitment, and replacement owner policy in writing before anyone drafts. Tips 2 and 3 are governance. Write a 1-page constitution covering buy-ins, payouts, trade review, inactivity, lineup expectations, replacement owners, and every tiebreaker. Then add a trusted co-commissioner. Sleeper officially recommends 2 or 3 commissioners for a collaborative approach. My preference is 2. Enough for accountability without creating a committee. When a lineup, score, roster, or draft pick must be corrected, post the reason in league chat so everyone sees the same audit trail. Tip 4. Lock the scoring and roster identity before invitations go out. Full PPR versus half PPR, 4-point versus 6-point passing touchdowns, 1 quarterback versus superflex, bench depth, bonuses, and IDP can completely change draft values. The exact settings are your league's choice. The trick is to publish them early, send 1 screenshot to every manager, and run a mock draft using the real lineup. A league should never discover its most important scoring rule in round 4. Tips 5 and 6. Use Sleeper's draft safety net. A draft waits for the commissioner to press begin draft unless auto start is enabled, so leave auto start off for a live friends draft. For a slow draft, turn commissioner auto pick off and an expired clock becomes a soft timer instead of forcing a selection. Sleeper also lets the commissioner pause the room, change time per pick, and correct mistakes. Test those controls in a mock before the real clock starts. Tip 7. Pair Faab with a waiver calendar everyone can understand. Sleeper's Faab uses blind bids. The official default budget is $100, and tied bids use rolling waiver priority. Custom daily waivers can make a day free agency, waivers, locked, or waivers then free agency. After game waivers can run at the same time, which may push claims later. My rule is simple. Choose one predictable weekly rhythm, publish the processing time and time zone, and never alter it midweek without unanimous notice. Tip 8. Define trade power before anyone shops a pick. Sleeper supports draft pick trading in every league type, but redraft is limited to the current draft, while keeper and dynasty can move future picks. That creates orphan team risk. In a paid long-term league, my recommendation is to collect dues for every future season whose picks are traded. Also write the veto standard now. Block collusion or an illegal roster move, not a trade you personally dislike. Consistent rules protect both aggressive and conservative managers. Tip 9. Decide how much matchup luck your standings should allow. Sleeper can add a second weekly result against the league median. The top half of scorers gets an extra win. The bottom half gets an extra loss. That means a team that posts the second highest score but faces the highest can still finish 1-1 instead of 0-1. The median applies only in the regular season. It is not automatically better, but it must be chosen before week 1, not after the commissioner gets unlucky. Tip 10. Lock the endgame. Sleeper lets commissioners customize playoff seeds in the week before the postseason, toggle reseeding, choose a 2-week championship, and select a consolation bracket or toilet bowl. Your constitution should say exactly how seeds, buys, and tiebreakers work before the season. In Dynasty, also define taxi rules. Sleeper supports 0 to 10 taxi slots, 1 to 4 years of experience or no maximum, and a locked deadline. After that deadline, promoted players cannot return to taxi. Before launch, run this 10-minute audit. Correct format, written constitution, 2 commissioners, published scoring, final roster positions, tested draft controls, documented Faab schedule, future pick safeguards, a deliberate league median choice, and locked playoff or taxi rules. Then run a mock draft, pin the settings in chat, and only then send the invite. Which sleeper setting has caused the biggest argument in your league? Drop it below, and subscribe to Fantasy Football Blueprint for more commissioner systems that actually survive the season.